Friends 101, don't get separated, stay with your buddy. Am I allowed to include that in there? I feel like it really adds to the experience. Hey, it's Shay. I apologize for the all black everything. It is currently Halloween. It will not be Halloween when I'm posting this, but right now it is. So last week on my update video, I told you guys I was going to tell you guys some story times, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. This story time is about the longest night of my life. So this happened about a month ago. We had just gotten to London. We were like maybe a week in. You know, we're of the legal age to drink here because age is 18 and up. We're 20, almost 21 as of this weekend. Francesca will be 21. Woo! So we decided that we want to go out sometime. So I'm matching with people on Tinder, getting to know people because I'm single and a new place, you know, that's the thing to do. And I ended up matching up with this girl. She was really pretty, so I was very excited, and the first thing she messages me is, hey, there's a party tonight, you guys should come, just here's my WhatsApp, and you just like text me like the details. I look at Francesca and I'm like, hey, do you want to go? And you know, I say stuff like this all the time. I get invited to stuff and we just like don't ever go. She says, yeah, I don't really expect anything out of it. I was really excited, so we ended up going. So I get the details, and it's this VIP sort of situation. You have to like have your name at the door in order to get in and not stand in line for like an hour, and she put our names on the list. It was free entry and free drink. Get ready, we go into this club, which the trip there was a journey in and of itself. We couldn't figure out how to get out of the building because this building is a lot different and the security is a lot different, so it was really hard for us to figure out which exit to take and which one would be open because they close certain ones down after certain times at night. It was very cold. We had to walk all the way around the park because they closed the gates at sundown. Eventually we get there and I am calling her, and we end up finding her under this huge umbrella where the door is. So we go inside this club. Francesca's pretty excited. It's her first time at the club. All of my experiences at clubs have been questionable at best. They were pretty sketchy places, one in my hometown and one in my college town. I was pretty excited to be at one of these like fancier clubs. I felt very grown up. I just wasn't really used to it. So we get inside and almost immediately we start getting served Grey Goose for free. I don't know if you've ever had Grey Goose, but it's expensive and it's amazing. And we were very, very fortunate to have this experience 100% for free. Thank you to my friend for that experience because I wouldn't trade that for the world. We've had a good time. At one point, Francesca gets stuck in the bathroom because she doesn't know how to open the door because it's like a weird knob situation. There was a woman at the coat check and she ended up taking my jacket for free, which was very nice. She only accepted cash, and because I'm American, I only had my card, and I was very disappointed, but I was also very intoxicated, so I think she just took pity on me and she just took my jacket for free. So it gets about 2 a.m. and we're leaving. I'm very tired. I feel like the night's been really, really good. They've been playing a lot of really good music. Francesca's had a great time. It was her first experience at a club, so that was really important to me. We get to the door and immediately I remember my jacket. Talk to the door, they won't let us back in, but someone goes and gets my jacket. When they come back, we ended up going to the street and I was starting to call an Uber. Because we're in London, there's like a whole Uber situation where they're not readily available and it's really hard to get a hold of one, and I'm not like sure they're supposed to be there anyway. It took us a very, very long time to even get one Uber. But at this point, we're both very intoxicated and boys are coming up to us and talking to us. There's one guy, and almost immediately he jumped into politics. And the thing, he's not American, but he's talking about American politics and the presidency and Trump and everything, and I'm just immediately a little put off, and Francesca's clearly put off, and she's a no-holds-barred kind of person, so she's just like cursing him. She's trying to pull me away from him. She doesn't want me to talk to him at all. He's like flirting very hardcore with me, and I'm intoxicated, so I'm like fine with it. His friends take Francesca, like I could still see her, she didn't go very far, but they were trying to talk to her, calm her down, while also letting me talk to this guy. I don't understand why they were willing to let this all happen, but whatever. Eventually, Francesca runs up to me and she says, he's engaged. And I'm like, wait, what? Hold the phone, what are you saying? And she's very angry with me for like standing here and talking to him and that I accepted his number, and she's just not in a great mood at all. And then she finds out one of them is engaged and she thinks that they're all engaged, and it just becomes a whole fiasco where we basically have to like run off. Update, at least 2 of them are engaged, so the one that was talking to me was probably in some form of relationship. So Francesca pulls me away. We're still trying to find the Uber. At this point it's canceled and re-uploaded at least 6 times. I'm very, very fortunate it didn't charge me for all of these times because I would have been broke in 10 minutes. We start walking to the underground. We just decide we're just gonna wait for the next train. It's already like nearly like 4 a.m. You know, we think the first train is at like 6. We're like, I mean, we're gonna be out anyway. What's the point? It's really hard to get this Uber. We're almost to the underground, and a guy walks towards us, and he starts talking to us, and he seems decent enough, at least compared to the last guys, who at this point were kind of following us, and I'm not really positive if it was just because they were like jerks or if they were just following us because we were going in the same direction as them. I have no clue, but it was very, very unnerving, especially as young women intoxicated at 3 a.m. in public. There was this one guy on our trip to the underground that kept asking for a hug, and we just kept saying no thank you. I was holding on to Francesca at this point because I felt like she might, like, I don't know, murder someone. So he's insisting very intensely that we give him a hug, and after a very, very long time of saying please leave us alone, again, he finally leaves us alone. But he's still kind of following us. So we get to the entrance of the underground, and there's another guy, and he says hi. Francesca, like, does this kind of hi. You can just tell she's about to rip him a new one. Like, there was no, hey, how are you, like, flirty, like, I'm gonna talk to you and not anyone else. Like, it was very much like, hi, what do you want, leave us alone. So the guy who wanted a hug comes up to us, tries to hand us a half-open and empty bottle of wine, which I'm convinced is just a bad idea. Just starts cursing, kind of, as if like, oh, you can talk to him, but you can't give me a hug. And it's just, it was a long, long night. It was not a fun situation. At this point, Francesca's kind of done with it all, and she just wants to go home, and she's mad at everyone, and all these guys are hitting on us and like catcalling us, and it's just very, very infuriating at this point. I've never really been in that kind of situation. London, in general, at least from what I've seen, isn't like that all the time, unlike New York City and Boston, where that happened to me constantly when I was visiting. In London, it's very, very, people keep to themselves, so the fact that people were catcalling us so hardcore after not being in a situation like that at all here was very unnerving. So we spent a solid hour running in and out of the underground because we decided, like, we have to go to the bathroom. We're trying to find a bathroom. We're trying to figure out when the first train is. People are catcalling us. We're trying to get away from them. Francesca's angry, so she's yelling at them, so she's cursing them. And me trying to, like, diffuse the situation, I begin to, like, apologize, but also just say, please leave us alone, please leave us alone, please leave us alone. And they don't. Francesca's still, like, ready to fight them, and she's cursing their names. She's gonna fight someone at this point. So I'm trying very, very hard to be the adult in this situation and say, no, please leave us alone, please leave us alone. And this is the key thing. I said it so many times to so many people and no one listened. That's another conversation on feminism I can get into another time, but it was very uncomfortable for everyone involved. It's about 5 a.m. We can't find a bathroom. We're starving. It was Sunday, so the train wasn't going to be there until 7:30, 8 a.m. We're exhausted. We're uncomfortable. I've been upset for a while at this point. Francesca's been angry. She's about to pass out. This is the longest she's been out. We decided to go walking and trying to find a bathroom elsewhere. We ended up finding a McDonald's, and immediately it was like, you know, the Golden Arches is like your savior. Like, that's how it felt like, because we needed the bathroom so bad. We just needed to go home. When we get there, we both use the bathroom. We both start to eat. I order an Uber, and things seem to be going a lot better. At about 6:30, we finally got our Uber. We came back and we were very exhausted. We weren't hungry anymore. We didn't need the bathroom anymore, but we were just so exhausted. It was a lot. So that's the general synopsis of the longest night of my life. Stayed out all night. Lots of uncomfortable encounters with aggressive men. But a really cool club with free alcohol. So not like all bad, just like mostly bad. No, overall, it was a really fun night, and it's a fun story to tell now. I'm very thankful that we went through it. It was a really good first club experience for Francesca, my first club experience, where I was able to drink legally. So yeah, I think that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe, share with your friends if you enjoyed it. And be sure to catch up with me next week on Thursday. I'll either have a vlog from Switzerland, because we're going this weekend for Francesca's birthday, or I'll be telling you about the longest day of my life, which was involving Paris. Happy belated Halloween. I hope you guys have a great day. See you next time. Bye. I love speaking in coherent sentences. It's my favorite pastime. Why am I doing this? I'm dead inside. Your thing is really squeaky. That didn't make any sense, so I'm gonna re-say it. I'm talking really fast. I hate myself so much. This is so good. I'm just gonna have so much fun editing this later. Oh. Fun. Free. That was a loud door slam. I love it so much. Oh god, I'm dead inside. Towards the underground. Why? That was rude. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Where was I? Oh, I didn't even tell the best part. I slept in until, how dare you? Soundproofing is important.